Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to discuss AIET 3 NEET questions for class 11th. So I have taken some 20 questions out of all the questions that you got to solve in your exam. And I hope you all must have attempted the test. And also after test, you all must have gone through questions. And you may have found some difficulty in certain number of questions. So let's go through that. Okay. So the very first question is your very first question of the test, and it is, let's read first the question. If radius of a spherical bubble uh, starts to increase with time t as r equal to 0.5 t, what is the rate of change of volume? So question is very simple. Actually, uh, radius is changing with time, and this is given as 0.5 t. Then rate of change of radius will be written as this. Then what we have to answer rate of change of volume of the bubble with time t equal to 4 seconds. It should be a time t equal to 4 seconds, right? So at 4 seconds, we have to calculate what will be the rate of change of volume. So volume, since this is a spherical ball, volume will be 4 by 3 pi r cube, right? So rate of change of volume means dv by dt equal to 4 by 3 pi dr cube by dt. And if you're going to solve it, it will come as 4 by 3 pi into 3r square, then dr by dt. And dr by dt value, we already know that is what? 0.5. So put the value, you will get the answer. 3 will get cancelled. So this is 4 pi into r ka square. So at t equal to 4 seconds, we have to calculate dv by dt. We are calculating at what time? T equal to 4. So at t equal to 4, radius value will be what? 0.5 into 4, that is equal to 2. So here we will write 2 ka square. Radius ka value we will take as 2 because at 4 seconds it is 2. Now dr by dt. So what will be the dr by dt value also we can put, and its value is how much? That is 0.5. It means that is 1 by 2. So what answer we are going to get? We are going to get 85 unit per second, right? So answer will be what? Correct answer will be A. Done. Now let's move on to the next question. There are two forces, each having a magnitude of 6 Newton. And these are oriented as 30 degree from positive of x-axis and others at 90 degree with the same axis. Done. So let's draw the vector first. Two forces. One has both the forces have equal magnitude, that is 6 Newton, and they are oriented as 30 degree from positive of the x-axis. So one vector is making an angle of 30 degree from a positive of x-axis and others at 90 degree. So another vector is making an angle of 90 degree with a positive of x-axis. Call it vector 1, call it vector 2. It is like this. Done. So first we have to calculate magnitude of their resultant, and then we have to calculate how much angle the resultant will make with x-axis, right? So how we calculate? Let's first calculate the resultant. So v1 plus v2 का मॉड्यूलस अगर आप निकालोगे तो क्या होगा? v1 का स्क्वायर प्लस v2 वेक्टर का स्क्वायर प्लस 2v1 v2 cos theta, where theta is angle between vector v1 and v2. Right? So mod of v1 ka square 36, mod of root over you will take mod of v2 ka square 36 plus 2 into 6 into 6 into angle between these two vector is how much? 60 degree. So that is going to be how much? Cos 60, that is half. So this will be like this. So 36 plus 36 plus 36, how much we are going to get? We are going to get 108. Right? So this is 108. If we are going to solve it, this will become 6 root 3. है ना? This will become what? 6 root 3. Done. Now what angle will it make with the x-axis? Resultant. So let's say resultant is this, and it is clear that this is a resultant of two equal vectors. And if two vectors are equal, in magnitude, then the resultant will be such that it will bisect these two vectors, or it will be along the line of angle bisector, right? That resultant vector. So if you see carefully here, angle was 60 degrees. So this angle will become how much? This angle will become 30 degree and this angle will become 30 degree. Done. So how much angle resultant will make from the positive x-axis? It is this angle and that is your how much? That is your 60 degrees. So correct answer will be what? D. 6 root 3 Newton will be resultant. An angle that resultant will make with the positive x-axis will be 60. Right? Now a vector represented by this has a length, its length in YZ plane. Why I included this question? Just I wanted you to know ki how you will calculate length of certain vector in certain plane, right? So it is talking about YZ plane. So YZ plane may whatever will be the what will be the length of this given vector. So it will totally depend on what are its component in the YZ plane, right? So YZ plane means Y component and K component. J component and K component. How much is its value? So in YZ plane, component of vector is how much? J cap plus 2K cap. So we just need to find this magnitude. That will give us the length in YZ plane. Length of this vector in YZ plane. So it will be equal to 1 square plus 2 ka square root over. So this is equal to root under 5. So correct answer should be what? Correct answer should be your root under 5. Okay. Let's now move on to the next question. Okay. Now let's see this question. So here the vector projection of vector 2i cap plus 3j cap on z axis is how much? So how we calculate projection of one vector across another? Let's see here. Suppose this is a vector b and this is a vector, sorry, this is vector a, this is vector b. And this angle is theta. If we have to calculate projection of vector A along B, it means we have to calculate component of A along B, that is your A cos theta. Okay. So how we will calculate it? We can do it very easily. Suppose we are doing A dot B and A dot B equal to mod A mod B cos theta. So projection of A along B means A cos theta we have to calculate. So the answer will be A dot B by vector B ka modulus. That is your A cos theta. That is your projection of A along B. So similarly here, projection of this vector on Z axis. Z axis means it can be vectorially written as K cap. So projection of vector 2i cap plus 3j cap along K cap. We have to calculate. So how we will do that? 2i cap plus 3j cap को dot करेंगे with K cap. Done. And then what we will do? We will divide it by modulus of 2i cap plus 3j cap, right? We have to calculate projection of this vector along k-axis. So यहाँ पे modulus we need to take off j cap, k cap actually. So what answer we are going to get? Answer आप लोगों को पता चल गया होगा. What will be the answer? Answer will be definitely its dot product is going to be 0 because I dot k is 0, j dot k is 0. So it is going to be 0. And you don't need it to solve it this much actually. Just by looking at the vector, you can tell that its projection along z axis will be 0. Because this vector has only x component and y component. So this vector is in xy plane. So if a vector is in xy plane, its projection along z axis will be what? It will be 0. Right? So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be D. Okay. Let's now see ahead. So next question now is the percentage error in measurement of a physical quantity given by m equal to pi tan theta is minimum when? Then first we need to see ki, what will be percentage error in m. So let's calculate that. M is given as pi tan theta. Done. So if we have to calculate percentage error in m, it means we have to calculate delta m by m into 100, right? So somehow we need to calculate delta m by m. Let's do first one thing. Suppose I'm calculating delta m dm by d theta. Suppose I'm doing it. Because here directly you can't calculate delta m because there is a theta term. We need to do something with this. Then this is a trigonometric function, and wherever trigonometric function is involved, we go like this. ओके, सो यहाँ पे अगर आप करोगे d tan theta, y क्या लिखोगे, d theta. So this is going to be equal to what? If you solve it, this is going to be equal to dm by d theta equal to pi sec square theta, right? This is pi sec square theta. Now what we need to do is dm equal to how much? Pi sec square theta. So we have now delta m value done. So delta m value is how much? Pi sec square theta. We need to calculate delta m by m. So let's do that now. So delta m is our pi sec square theta, d theta, sorry, here d theta will go, divided by m. M value is how much? Pi tan theta. So this is pi tan theta. If you're going to solve it, what we are going to get, this is sec square theta. So this is 1 by cos square theta. Tan theta can be written as sin theta by cos theta. And here it is d theta. So if we are going to cut whatever can be cut here, so we will get what? D theta by cos theta sin theta. And cos theta sin theta can be written as what? If I write 2 here and 2 here, 2 cos theta sin theta will be equal to sin 2 theta. So this is equal to 2d theta by sin 2 theta. Now this is the relative error. So percentage error will be maximum when relative error is maximum, because to calculate percentage error, we only need to multiply with 100, right? So to maximize this, what we can do, we can either maximize the numerator or minimize the denominator. Sorry, to maximize what is minimum it's asking. So to minimize delta m by m, either we can minimize numerator or maximize denominator, right? So in denominator, we have sine 2 theta. And what will be the maximum value of sine 2 theta? That is maximum value of sine, that is your 1. So its maximum value can be 1 when 2 theta will be equal to 90 degrees. That is theta will be 45 degrees. So when theta is 45 degree, this denominator will be maximum. And if this is maximum, delta m by m will be minimum. So at theta equal to 45 degree, percentage error in m will be what? It will be minimum, right? So this is how we proceed when any physical quantity is written in terms of trigonometric function. If we have to calculate relative error, we go like this. We will calculate dm by d theta or whatever is the physical quantity. We go like this. Okay. Let's move ahead. What is this? Just by looking at the diagram, you can say this is a screw gauge, right? What is the reading of micrometer screw gauge shown in the figure? So what will be its reading? This is a micrometer screw gauge. It means its least count is 0.01 millimeter. That you should know. This is the information that should be in your head, right? This is a micrometer screw gauge. Now, look at the diagram. If you have to give the reading of a screw gauge, you need to find out 2 readings. First is your main scale reading and second is your circular scale reading. ठीक है? So what is the main scale reading? So main scale पे आप देख लो कहाँ तक दिख रहा है. 0 is visible, 1 is visible, 2 is visible, 3 is visible. Beyond it, it's not visible. So main scale reading is 3 millimeter. Done. And what is circular scale reading? How we will calculate? We will see which reading on circular scale is coinciding with the main scale, right? So which is coinciding? 35 is not coinciding with main scale. 25 not in the line with main scale. Which is in the line with main scale? 30. So CSR is what? That the division that is coinciding with the main scale line, that reading you will take into list count. Okay, so here it will be equal to what? It will be equal to 30 into 0.01. So this is 0.3, right? So 3 millimeter plus 0.3 millimeter. So answer will be what? 3.3 millimeter likhoge? Nahi. 3.30 millimeter will be the correct answer. If in option it's given ki ek option suppose aisa hota 3.30, another is 3.3 millimeter. Both in magnitude is same, but one is talking about, this is talking about more resolution, this is talking about less resolution. And this is talking about instrument can measure up to 0.01 millimeter. And this is talking about instrument can measure up to 0.1 millimeter. Okay. But our list count is 0.01 millimeter. So correct answer will be what? 3.30 millimeter, right? Now, in vernier caliper, n division of vernier scale coincide with n-1 division of main scale, the list count of the instrument. So for vernier scale, list count is what? List count is 1 VSD minus 1 MS. This is the list count formula, right? Now, whatever information is given, try to put it in. Now, n division of vernier scale coincide with n division of vernier scale coincide with n-1 division of main scale. So one vernier scale division will be equal to how much? N-1 by n main scale division. If you're going to calculate it, and one main scale is equal to how much? 1 millimeter. Okay. So 1 VSD का value रख दो n-1 by n MSD minus 1 MSD. So what will be the answer? Answer will be what? It will be your n-1 minus n. List count is your 1 MSD minus 1 VSD. Okay. I have done a mistake here. So I just wrote the opposite, and that is why we were getting negative answer. 1 MSD minus 1 VSD. Okay. So here will be the minus sign. This will become plus. 1 MSD minus 1 VSD. And 1 VSD is equal to n-1 by n MSD. If we are going to solve it, what value we are going to get? We are going to get 1 by n MSD, right? Because this is confused नहीं होना है. This is what? 1 MSD minus n-1 by n. n-1 by n MSD. If you're going to solve it, this will become n MSD minus n MSD plus 1 MSD by n. Then this will get cancelled. So 1 MSD by n is the answer. Now put the value of MSD, main scale division ka value, that is 1 millimeter. So answer is 1 by n millimeter. But we have to give answer in terms of centimeter. 1 millimeter is equal to 1 by 10 centimeter. So it will become 1 by 10 n millimeter. So So correct answer will be what? Correct answer will be C. Now let's do this question. There is a particle that moves in a straight line and its position x at time t is given by this. Its acceleration is given by. Now, position versus time equation is position as a function of time is given, and we have to calculate acceleration as a function of displacement, right? How we will do that? Let's see here. X square is equal to how much? 2 plus t. If you carefully solve it, x will become equal to, या फिर एक काम करो, let's make it more direct. So if you're going to differentiate it with respect to time, dx square by dt, d 2 plus t by dt, and this will become equal to 2x velocity equal to 1, right? So velocity is equal to how much? 1 by 2x. And x is equal to how much? 2 plus t. Then, so here we can write it in terms of time also. यहाँ पे आप इसको time के form में easily लिख सकते. So v equal to how much? 1 by 2. X का value is how much? 2 plus t का power half. Then x is how much? X square is 2 plus t. X will be this. Now we have to calculate the acceleration. Acceleration कैसे निकालोगे आप? dv by dt. Now put the value of v. Velocity is how much? This is 1 by 2 को बाहर ले लो, और this is 2 plus t का power how much? 2 plus t का power minus half. Done. क्योंकि velocity here can be written as 2 plus t का power minus half divided by, right? Over. So this is this. Now if you're going to differentiate it, what value you are going to get? Half into minus half into how much? 2 plus, this is dt, 2 plus t minus half minus 1, that is your minus 3 by 2. This is going to be the thing. अब यहाँ पे अगर आप लिखोगे, this is your minus 1 by 4 acceleration and 2 plus t का power minus 3 by 2. But we have to tell acceleration in terms of x. So here you see carefully, x is how much? 2 plus t is equal to what? 2 plus t is equal to x ka square. So यहाँ पे in place of 2 plus t, we can easily write what? X ka square. So x ka square ka power minus 3 by 2. So if we are going to solve it, what value we are going to get? This will be minus 1 by 4 x ka power minus 3. Yani ki this is minus 1 by 4 x, right? So correct answer will be what? B. Okay. Now, what is the question? This is a question from clock. Length of a minute hand of a clock is 4 centimeter. Find distance and displacement of tip of the minute hand between 3 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. So first we need to see how minute hand moves, right? So just see here in 1 hour, if my minute hand is here, that in the clock minute hand is here, then in 1 hour it will complete one revolution, right? So in 1 hour it is completing one revolution, and after that, how much? From 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. It means 1 hour, 15 minutes we are talking about, right? So we in 1 hour it will complete one rotation, that is 2 pi angle it is going through, and in 15 minutes how much more angle it will go, that we need to first see. So see here, it is going in 60 minutes, that is in 1 hour, it is going through how much angle? 2 pi radian angle. So in 1 minute it will go through 2 pi by 60. So in 15 minutes it will go through how much? It will go through pi by 2 radian angle. Okay. So now see here how much angle it is covering in 1 hour 15 minutes. 2 pi plus pi by 2. This much angle. Yani ki if it is started from here, it goes round and round like this, and then it came back here in 3 from 3 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. It is started from here and finally it is here, making an angle of pi by 2. है ना? So this is this. Now, what is the question? Find distance and displacement of the tip of minute hand between 3 p.m. to 4:15 p.m. So first we need to calculate how much distance it covered. How much distance it covered? So in one revolution, one rotation, how much distance it covered? 2 pi r. R value is given as how much? R will be equal to the length of minute hand. That is your equal to how much? That is equal to 4 centimeter here. So write that. Done. So 2 pi into 4 centimeter plus how much more distance? Pi by 2 into 4 centimeter. Distance covered is equal to what? R into theta. Length of arc is equal to what? If something is covering an angle of theta degree, if something is going through an arc of theta degree, it means what? It is covering a length of how much? Distance of how much? R theta. So here it is going through how much angle? 2 pi plus pi by 2, that is total angle is how much? 5 pi by 2, right? So directly you can calculate total angle covered is this. So total distance covered 5 pi by 2 into r, that is 4 centimeter. So this is equal to 10 pi centimeter. Similarly, you can get here. Done. So distance is done. Now displacement we need to see. So displacement is what? Distance between initial and final. So this is this. This is 4. This is 4. So this will be the displacement. Its length will be equal to how much? 4 ka square plus 4 ka square. That is 4 root 2 centimeter. So correct answer will be. This is how we will calculate distance and displacement. Okay. Now, what is this? A particle starts moving with acceleration of 2 meter per second square. It starts moving. It means its initial velocity is 0. Its acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Distance traveled by it in third half second. Done. It is talking, just pay attention to the statement, to the line. This is third half second. First half second means 0 se half second. Second half second means half se 1 second. And third half second means 1 se another half. So 1 plus half second. So this is this. We have to calculate what? We have to calculate distance traveled by it in third half second. So this is first, this is second, this is third. So we have to calculate distance covered in which interval of time? In this interval. From 1 to 3 by 2 seconds, right? So just try to see what is the velocity of particle at 1 second. So V equal to what? 80. A is equal to what? A is equal to 2. Time is equal to how much? 1 second. So 2 meter per second. Time 1 second. Why I 2? Because it has started at t equal to 0. Until here, time is 1 second. So here velocity will be 2 meter per second. We have to calculate distance covered from this time to this time. So from 1 second to 3 by 2 seconds. Done. So if we are taking this as a starting point and this as an end point, then time that it is taking to go from here to here is how much? Half second. So we have to calculate distance traveled in half second. It will be equal to ut plus half at square. So initial velocity here, now we are considering this as initial point. Done. So initial velocity is how much? 2. And distance, time is how much? Half second plus half into acceleration is how much? 2. Time is how much? Half second. So 1 by 4. Now what will be the answer? Answer will be your 1 plus 1 by 4. That is 5 by 4. If you're going to solve it, it will become 1.25 meter. So this will be your answer. The correct answer will be A. Now, another question. A body is projected vertically upward with a speed of 40 meter per second. Distance traveled by body in the last second of upward journey. Then, so we are throwing a ball upward. हमने एक बॉल को upward फेंका. Then ऐसे फेंक दिया. ऐसे ऐसे ये पहुंचा ऐसे. Then with what velocity we are throwing it? 40 meter per second. And we are asked that what distance will it cover in last second of upward journey. So first let's see how much second it is going to, it is taking to reach the highest point, right? So how much time will it take to reach the highest point? At highest point, velocity will be 0. At here, velocity is how much? 40 meter per second. Then, so V equal to U plus 80 you do. V is 0, U is 40 minus 10 into T. So T is how much? 4 seconds. So 4 second time it will take to reach the highest point. We are asked distance traveled in the last second of upward journey. So last second means from 3 second to 4 second. So we have to calculate distance covered from 3 second to 4 second. This, how we can easily do it? If we know velocity at t equal to 3 second, we can easily calculate. And we can easily calculate velocity at 3 second, considering this as the initial point, this as the final point. So V equal to 40 minus 10 into 3. So that is equal to how much? 10 meter per second, right? Why minus sign I'm taking? Because velocity is in upward direction, acceleration due to gravity is in downward direction, right? So 10 meter per second. Now for 3 to 4 second, initial velocity is 10 meter per second. Distance covered, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. From 3 to 4 second, final point is this. At final point, velocity is 0. Initial velocity is 10 ka square minus 2 into 10 into S, right? So 20 S equal to 100. S equal to how much? 5 meter. So I took G equal to 10, that is why 5 meter. If not G equal to 10, G equal to 9.8, if I take, I will get 4.9, close to 5, right? So answer will be what? Answer will be your A. Okay. Now, let's look at another question. There is a parachutist and he drops freely from an aeroplane for 10 seconds before the parachute opens out, right? So suppose there is a plane here. This is the plane. And from here, a parachutist person, he drops or she drops down, but his or her parachute doesn't open until 10 seconds. So for 10 seconds, he or she is in free fall. Then, and after that, it will open up. Then he descends with net retardation of 2.5 meter per second square. So 10 seconds tak aisa tha. And after 10 seconds, it's her or his parachute will open up. And he or she will experience retardation of how much? 2.5 meter per second square. Then, if he bails out of plane at a height of 2495 meter, bail out का मतलब होता है बाहर आना, ठीक है? So if he bails out of plane at a height of 2495 meter, and G equal to N means this height from the ground is given as how much? That is given as 2495 meter. Then his velocity on reaching the ground will be what? So what will be its velocity when the person will reach the ground? So ground distance, ye le lo aap. What will be its velocity here? So first, let's see what will be his or her velocity at this point. So until this point, the person is in free fall, right? If person is in free fall, we can calculate velocity like he or she is dropping down now. So initial velocity is 0. Final velocity v equal to gt. G is what? 10 and time is also 10 seconds. So 100 meter per second. Here velocity of person at the instant parachute will open up will be 100 meter per second, right? This is the velocity. Now, how much if this distance is known, if we can know what is this distance, we can easily calculate what will be velocity at this point, right? So if we want to know this distance, we can calculate this distance easily here. Then what will be the distance? So you can write here S equal to ut plus half at square. Half a का value u तो 0 है, half a का value 10 and time is how much? Time is your 10 seconds, so 100. So this is 500 meter. Then so this is 500 meter. This is 500. And if this is 500 meters, so from here 500 meter you will subtract, and that will give you 5, 9, and from 14, this will become how much? 1995 meter, right? Over. So this is this. Now this distance is known. Now what is the question? His velocity on reaching the ground. So calculate the velocity now. How we can calculate the velocity? We can do it very easily. Now let's apply the equation. So now we are writing here v square equal to u square plus 2s for this thing, right? So we have to calculate velocity here. Let the velocity here be v, and here velocity is known, that is 100. Acceleration, retardation in the downward direction. Sorry, it is coming down and it is retarding. It means it is coming down and the acceleration is in upward direction, right? So here we will give minus sign. U square will become equal to how much? 10 ka square minus 2 into 2.5. AC is how much? 1995, right? This is going to be V square ka value. So this is 10 ka power 4 minus 2.5 into 2. If you're going to write, that will become 5. So 995 into 5. If you're going to solve it, this will become 9975. So 10 to the power 4 minus, you can multiply it very easily and it will come as how much? Sorry. Yes. So yeah, this is 9975. Okay? This is 9975, and if you are going to subtract it, you will get 25. Done. So velocity is equal to how much? Root under 25. That is your 5 meter per second. So correct answer should be what? It should be A. Okay. Now, this is the question. And in this question, you just needed to understand the question carefully. In physics, understanding is very important because when you have understood the question, half is solved, rest is your mathematics. Then, so let's first understand the question. The diameter of the tap of a fire brigade pump is 5 centimeters. So there is a pump like this, and its diameter is given as 5 centimeters. Water is thrown by this pump at a horizontal speed of this on a wall. Let this be a wall, and on this wall, water is being thrown like this. Okay. Now, if water rebounds back from the wall, water is rebounding back like this. Then the force exerted by water on the wall will be what? Then, so if we try to imagine it in a different way, suppose there is a ball and you are throwing it on the wall. On wall, it will, what will happen on the wall? Collision will happen between ball and wall. And during this process, there will be internal force acting between these two. Done. And because of that internal force, this ball will rebound. Done. And its velocity direction will change. Rebounding means its velocity direction is changing. It means its momentum is changing, right? So initial momentum before collision with the wall was mv, and final momentum after collision with the wall is how much? Minus mv. So rate of change of momentum is how much? Rate of change of sorry, change in momentum is how much? 2mv. And if we have to calculate force, we will see ki, what is the rate of change of momentum. Yani ki in delta t time, what is the change in momentum? That will give us force. Done. So here also we will do the same thing. चलो मैं time को यहाँ पे पहले fix कर देती हूँ. Suppose I'm talking about in 1 second, force exerted by water on wall will be what? This is the question, right? So suppose I'm trying to calculate, or I will calculate in 1 second. In 1 second, what is the change in momentum getting faced by the water here? Okay. So in 1 second, first we need to see in 1 second how much mass of water will hit the wall. Okay. How much mass? In 1 second, 18-meter length of water will come out of the pipe. Because velocity of water inside the pipe is 18 meter per second. It means what? It means in 1 second, it is covering a distance of how much? 18 meter. So if I'm talking about 1 second, change in momentum in 1 second, then in 1 second, 18-meter length of water is hitting here. Done. And 18-meter length of water means how much volume of water? Water is coming out of this. So its volume will be what? Means with what cross section it is coming out? This. So length of water coming out in 1 second is 18 meter. And in which cross section it will go through? It will go through the cross section of pi d square by 4. Where d is the diameter of this thing. Then so what volume of water is coming out? Pi d square by 4 into velocity. That is 18 meter per second, right? Okay. So if I'm talking about 1 second, then mass of water hitting on the wall will be equal to how much? Mass will be equal to pi d square by 4 into velocity. This is the volume, right? Into density. Density को rho मान लो. Density water का क्या होता है? 1 gram per centimeter cube. ठीक है? So यहाँ पे देखो force भी we have to calculate in dyne, that is in CGS unit. So here also we need to take everything in CGS unit. Done. So this is the mass of water hitting here. So initial momentum of this mass will be equal to how much? mv. Final momentum will be minus mv. Change in momentum 2mv. Done. And this change in momentum is 2mv in what amount of time? In 1 second. So this is by 1 second. Delta p by delta t. So this is nothing but equal to force. Okay. So put the value now and you will get the answer. So यहाँ पे आप value को put करो 2 into pi d square by 4, ठीक है, into velocity लिखोगे आप 2m लिखा मैंने, यहाँ पे v और है, v m के लिए रो लिखना होगा. So this is this will give us the answer. अब देखो यहाँ पे values को put कर दो, you will get the answer. So this is 2 2, ठीक है. Pi is how much? 3.14 into density, sorry, diameter is how much? 5 centimeters. So that is 25. ठीक है. By 2. Velocity is how much? That is your 18. 18 into 18 क्या हो जाएगा? 324. And rho is how much? 1 gram per centimeter cube. If you are going to solve it, 2 times से ये चला जाएगा तुम्हारा 162 into 1. So if you're going to solve it, how much value you are going to get? Just multiply it and you will get values close to this one. Okay? Close to this one. Again, you just need to put the values carefully. अब देखो यहाँ पे कोई value हमने SI में रखा है क्या? रखा है. 18 meter को रखा है. This is meter per second. We need to write in centimeter per second. So यहाँ पे we need to multiply it with 10 to the power 4. ठीक है. So यहाँ आप 10 to the power 4 कर. If you will properly multiply it, you will get 12.72 into 10 to the power 7. That. So this is going to be your answer. Okay. Now let's solve this question. So in this question, what is there? Let's do it. So what's the question now? A cart is moving with a velocity of 30 meter per second. Sand is being dropped into the cart at the rate of 50 kg per minute. The force required to move the cart with constant velocity. So there is a cart and our aim is what? To let it move with constant velocity, that is 30 meter per second. But what is happening? We are adding more mass into it. Then, so what will happen if you're adding more mass to it? Initial, suppose its mass is m, so its momentum is m into 30. If more mass is getting added, its momentum will change. And if momentum is changing, force will come into application. How much force will act because of that extra mass getting added? That is F dp by dt. So if the same amount of that force we apply in opposite sense, our velocity will remain constant, right? So how much force we need to apply? dp by dt. So dp is what? mv by dt, momentum. Here velocity is not changing, right? So b ko constant मान लो, dm by dt. Then velocity we have to keep constant, 30 meter per second. So 30 into dm by dt. Rate of change of mass is how much? 50 kg per minute. That is 60 seconds. Done. So if you're going to solve it, this will become equal to 25 Newton. So correct answer will be what? It will be. Now let's do this question. There is a block of mass 3 kg to be kept at rest against a smooth vertical wall by applying a force F. Done. So we are applying a force F like this. And what is our target? Our target is to keep this mass in rest. Done. The required force is. So if we have to keep it in rest, just you look at the body. This body has high tendency to fall down. So if we have to stop it from falling down, we need to apply force in the upward direction. Here we are applying force in this direction, but it will have component in the upward sense. And this is this. How much will be this component? This component is F cos 37. Done. And this is what? F sin 37. Done. So if you draw the FBD of this body, it will be in this direction. This is F cos 37. And this wall will apply a normal force on this. So this is N. And downward, mg force will act, force of gravity. And in upward, F sin 37. If this block is in rest, normal reaction will be equal to F cos 37. And mg, m value is 3 kg. So 3 into g, that is your 30. 30 should be equal to F sin 37, that is your 3 by 5. Sin 37 is 3 by 5, right? We need to remember it. Sin 37 क्या होता है? अगर ये angle 37 है, then this will be 3, this will be 5, this will be 4. Done? And just opposite will be for 53. So for 53, if this angle is 53, this will become 4, this is 3, and this is 5. Okay? So this is this. Now F is equal to what? This is 10. F is equal to your 50 Newton. So correct answer will be what? 50 Newton. Question is damn easy. Now let's do this question. There is a block of mass 10 kg and is moving on inclined plane with constant velocity 10 meter per second. The coefficient of kinetic friction between the incline and block is. So first thing noticeable is what? This block is moving down with constant velocity. If something is moving with constant velocity, net force acting on it will be what? 0. So if net force acting on it is 0, it means on this body, if you see, mg will act downward and one component of mg will act in this direction, and that will be your mg sin 37. Okay? Let's focus on the force acting in this direction only. Because this block has a tendency to move in this direction, right? So there is one force acting, that is mg sin 37. So because of this force, this block should accelerate downward, but it is not accelerating. It is moving with constant velocity. It means friction is coming into action, and friction must be acting in the opposite sense, and its magnitude must be equal to mg sin 37. So mu kn should be equal to how much? mg sin 37. Now mu k, n का value कितना होगा? N will be equal to your mg cos 37, क्योंकि normal reaction on this body will act in this direction, and this n will get balanced by mg cos 37. mg will have two components, one along the plane and another perpendicular to the plane, right? So mu k mg cos 37 will be equal to mg sin 30. mg will get cancelled, and this is mu k is equal to how much? Tan 37. So that is equal to how much? that is equal to 3 by 4. So that is equal to how much? 0.75. So correct answer will be what? It will be B. Okay. Now let's look at this question. If acceleration of A is 3 meter per second square, acceleration of A is given, that is 3 meter per second square, which is smaller than the acceleration of B. Yani ki acceleration of A and B is not same. A is slipping over B. Okay? A and B acceleration is not same. It means what? A is moving with respect to B, right? Then the value of friction force applied by B on A will be what? You just see here, what will be the answer? Answer is very clear, right? If you go on to write the FBD of A, so on A, downward gravitational force and upward normal force because it is resting on the surface of B. So normal, then. And in horizontal direction, what is the force acting? Here, this body has acceleration 3 meter per second square in this direction. Okay. So in this direction, some force must be acting, which will provide it acceleration. And there is only one scope of force acting here, that is friction force getting acted by B on A. Then, so B on A, friction will act on A because of B, and its direction must be along the direction of acceleration. So in this direction, acceleration is there, and that is 3 meter per second square. So friction should act in this direction. So here you see friction is supporting A in accelerating. So that is why it is said if friction opposes relative motion, it doesn't oppose motion, right? So here it is opposing relative motion between A and B, but it is supporting A to move on the surface of B with acceleration 3 meter per second square. So friction must be equal to mass into acceleration. Mass is how much? 10. Acceleration is 3. So this is 30. So correct answer will be what? C. Okay. So this is your answer. Now, let's do another question. There is a block of mass 2 kg and that is placed on a smooth horizontal surface. Two forces, F1 20 Newton, F2 25 Newton, starts acting on the block in opposite direction. आप देख सकते हो. If block gets displaced by 5 meter in the direction of net force, work done by F2 is what? So this is very simple, right? Work done by F2 it is asking, and it is getting displaced by how much meter? 5 meter. F2 value is how much? F2 is equal to how much? That is 25 Newton. So this is 25 Newton and this is 20 Newton. So net force will act in this direction, 5 Newton. So it will move in this direction. So displacement 5 meter will be in this direction and 25 Newton is acting in this direction. So work done will be what? Work done will be F dot ds. Force and displacement is in same direction. Work done because of F2 will be 25 into 5 into cos 0. Done. So that is your 125 Newton. This is going to be your correct answer. So correct answer will be not minus 125. Sorry, not Newton. This Joule work done. Okay. So this is 125 Joule because F2 is greater than F1. It will displace in the direction of application of force F2. So 5 meter is displacement along F2. Angle between F2 and displacement 5 meter is 0. That is why work done is plus 125. Okay. Chalo. Now let's do this question. Let's read. So in this question, the whole waves and block system is moving as shown in the figure, right? Block M is not slipping on the waves. Yani ki relative motion between block and the waves is 0. This capital M and small m are in like a small m is not sliding over the surface of capital M, right? Then which of the following statement is correct? Okay. Work done by normal on block is 0. Let's first understand the theme. So what is happening? This is a wedge, and on this there is a small block M, and it is not slipping on it. Done. So first, let us see what is happening. What types of forces is acting on small m? First will be your mg, and then will be your what? Normal reaction in this direction. right, on small m. And here it is given in the question that this small m is not slipping on the wedge. It means what? This small m together with this wedge is moving in this direction with acceleration a equal to g tan theta. It means what? This small m is moving together with this wedge in this direction. Done. So, which force will help this small m to move in this direction? Mg, this is a vertically downward force. It will have no component in this horizontal direction because this angle is 90 degrees, right? So this n will have component. If you see what angle will be this angle will be how much? This is perpendicular to the plane and this is horizontal. So this angle will be how much? 90 minus theta. If this is theta, so this will become equal to how much? This will become equal to n sine theta. And this will become equal to how much? N cos theta. So n cos theta will get balanced by mg because this small block m is not moving in this direction. Then it is moving in this direction. Not with respect to the wedge. Overall, it is accelerating in this direction together with wedge, right? So this n sine theta will contribute or will help this small block m to accelerate in this horizontal direction. Now, work done, which statement is correct? We have to see. Work done by normal on block is 0. This block, this small block is moving in this direction because of one component of normal. So this component of normal n sine theta is actually doing a work on this small mass m. So work done by normal on block is not 0. This is wrong. Work done by friction on block is non-zero. Friction यहाँ act नहीं कर रहा क्योंकि this small m is not sliding on the way. So no friction. If there is no friction, work done will be 0. So this statement is also wrong. Work done by normal on block is not 0. This is correct. Done. So correct option will be what? It will be C. Now let's move on to the next question. So next question is this. There is a car that travels with constant speed on circular road on level ground. In the figure shown, F air is the resistive force. So this is the resistive force. And that is moving with constant speed. Just remember here or just see carefully statement. There is a car and this is moving in a circular track. Car is moving with what speed? Uniform speed. So it is moving with uniform speed. Now, if air is the resistive force on this car, one resistive force is acting, F air. Okay? Which of the other forces best represent the horizontal force of the road on the car's tire? So on the tire of car, that is the friction force will act on this car in which direction, right? So just see here, it is moving with a uniform speed. Car is moving with a uniform. That is, it is in a uniform circular motion. And in uniform circular motion, there is only one acceleration, no tangential acceleration, only centripetal acceleration. So net acceleration is in this direction of this car. It means net force would act in this direction, right? So resultant of this F air and F friction should be equal to this. Done. And see here, resultant of this and this can't be equal to this. It will be somewhere here. Resultant of this and this can't be equal to this. It will be either in this direction or in this direction, depending on their magnitude. Again, resultant of F air and FA will be somewhere here, somewhere here. So again, not in the direction, not towards the center, but resultant of F air and FB, that is FB is acting in this direction. Done. So it resultant of these two can be in this direction. So FB is the most probable answer here. So this can be the direction of friction force acting on the tire because resultant of this and this F air can be in this direction. And net force would be in this direction because there is only centripetal acceleration, right? So this is your answer. Now let's see this question. There is a particle of mass 100 gram is performing vertical circular motion as shown. Find tangential acceleration at the given position. अब आप देख लो, we have to calculate tangential acceleration. So my ball is here. First, let us see what type of forces is acting on this. So mg will act in the downward direction. This angle Let this angle be theta. So this angle is how much? Mg cos 30. And this angle is how much? Mg sin 30. So you see here, and here there is a tension. Done. So you see here carefully which force will contribute in what. So T minus mg cos theta will contribute in centripetal force. So it will be equal to mv square by r. Another force is mg sin theta. So this mg sin theta will give it tangential acceleration. Okay. So it will give it tangential acceleration. It means mg sin theta will be equal to mass into tangential acceleration. So that is equal to how much? 10 into sine 30, that is half. So it is equal to 5 meter per second square. Okay. So basically this will retard this ball. Mg sine theta is acting opposite to the velocity. So this tangential acceleration is basically a retardation. Done. Let's read the question. A ball impinges directly on a similar ball at rest. If 1/4 of the kinetic energy is lost by the impact, the value of coefficient of restitution. Okay. So we have two balls. This is at rest and this is in motion. Both has same mass. It is moving with a speed u, suppose. So after collision, let's assume this small mass m is moving in this direction and this also is moving in this direction with velocities v1 and v2 respectively. Okay. So according to question, 1/4 of kinetic energy is lost during the impact. So initial kinetic energy, if I go on to write, it will be half m u square. Second is at rest. Final kinetic energy will be what? Half m v1 square plus half m v2 square. Done. And if energy is getting lost during impact, kinetic energy is getting lost, then final kinetic energy will be less than initial kinetic energy. And that loss in kinetic energy is equal to how much? 1/4 of the kinetic energy initial. So let's solve it. Initial kinetic energy is how much? That is equal to half mu square minus half m v1 square minus half m v2 square will be equal to how much? 1/4 of half m u square. So half m we can cancel from everywhere, half m. So what will be left? Here it will be u square minus v1 square plus v2 square, and this is equal to u square by 4. Done. So v1 square plus v2 square is equal to how much? U square 1 minus 1 by 4, and that is equal to 3u square by 4. This is the value. Now, but we have to calculate coefficient of restitution. Done. And coefficient of restitution is what? Velocity of separation by velocity of approach. So this, we have to calculate this. Now, one equation we have got. Second, we can write equation using conservation of momentum. So initial momentum mu will be equal to final momentum, that is mv1 plus mv2. M got cancelled, u is equal to v1 plus v2. Now see here, we need to calculate v2 minus v. So somehow if we get the value of v2 minus v1, we can calculate E, and we can easily get this from here. See, v2 minus v1 ka square can be written as v1 square plus v2 square minus 2v1 v2. So we have the value of v1 square plus v2 square. If we get the value of 2v1 v2, we can calculate v2 minus v1 ka square and hence v2 minus v1. Now let's see. Let's square equation number 2. So if you're going to do this, u square equal to v1 square plus v2 square plus 2v1 v2. Now u square minus u1 v1 square plus v2 square. So that is 3u square by 4. So u square minus 3u square by 4 will be equal to 2v1 v2. So 2v1 v2 is equal to nothing but it is equal to u square by 4. This is equal to this, right? So if you're going to write that here v1 square plus v2 square is equal to how much? 3 is u square by 4 minus 2v1 v2 u square by 4, that is equal to 2u square by 4, that is equal to u square by 2. So V2 minus V1 is equal to root of this, that is U by root 2. So here you can put U by root 2 divided by U. So that is equal to 1 by. So correct answer will be what? 1 by 2. I hope you all have gone through all the questions. I hope you all have got your doubt cleared. And I wish you all very best for your midterm exam and also for next incoming AIET test. All the best and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.